and welcome to my beginner's guide to starting a baby-led business. So I'm going to talk you through today all about starting a business that is baby focused. So before we get started, I would like to introduce myself. My name's Claire Marie. I've been self-employed since I was 19, which is now 12 years. I'm a qualified maternity nurse. I'm a business consultant. I have a BA Honours in Business Management. I have a level 5 in massage therapy, and recently I've qualified as a doula in birth and bereavement. And above all this, I am a mum. That is my purpose on this earth, is to be the best mum that I can be. I strive to obviously have a lot of qualifications, but above all that, I am very heart-centred. I genuinely care. So let's dive in with why I made this course. So, little pop quiz. How many times have I heard the phrase, I don't want other mums to go through what I've been through? So I myself have said this when I had my little one, but I hear this day in, day out with all the new ladies that are joining the courses, because there is so much birth trauma around, there is so much postnatal depression around, and nearly every single mum I speak to is struggling in some way to adapt to the new life of being a mum. So this is the saying that I hear time and time again, is that they don't want mums to go through what it is that you've been through. So this is why I wanted to make this course, to show you that there is a way to prevent potentially this happening over and over again. So obviously the answer here, hundreds of thousands, if not hundreds, if not thousands of times from those that have joined my course. And a lot of the time they don't know where to start. So they might have decided they want to start a business that they can work around their family, but also helping other families, but they don't know where to start. They're feeling overwhelmed. And my advice is always to start simple and grow from there. So in this talk today, we're going to cover the love in every day that is filled with magical moments. So why this is a heart-centered career choice. We're going to talk through the flexibility of the role, how to earn good money within this role, and a little bit we're going to touch on being self-employed, because ultimately this is what this job role is about, and if you've not been self-employed before, that can be a bit of a scary step. So let's start with the love that we feel in every day, and every day is filled with magical moments. So maternity, the time in a mum's life, whether that be pregnancy or postpartum, is such a precious time, and it's an absolute honour to be part of it. When I was working hands-on with families every day, it is such an honour to be part of that environment. It just has such special magic built in. So being in that environment every day just fills your absolute heart and soul with so much love. So if that's not an amazing job, then I don't know what is. So at the end of every day, you have a real, true sense of achievement. So you really feel like you've made a difference in this world. It's very fulfilling, more than just going to work for the money. This is really a heartfelt career choice. So the other thing is feeling accomplished at the end of every day. So you feel like, again, you've really made a difference, you've really done something. The simple things are the best. So just little things that you do that you might feel might not have a massive impact on people is actually the things that make the biggest impact. And the one that always sticks in my mind is listening skills. So when a family feels like they've been heard and someone's listened to them and actually really taken it in, it feels like when you have a conversation with someone, it's not really worthy of money, but you'll be amazed how many people would pay for that time just to have someone to listen to them. So, and like I put there, most families are grateful for any support and care, and families will always, always remember you. When you look back on that first year with your baby, you will remember, who was there, and who was actually supporting and helping. So you will be part of that, that maternity space for a long time after maybe you've forgotten about the family. They will always remember you, and that has got to be one of the heartwarmest things. You can bump into someone years and years later and see the little one, and you can't believe that's the same little one. And And yeah, they'll remember you way beyond probably what you will remember them. So at this point, this is one of my favourite quotes, so I just wanted to include it here. It says, if you want to change the world, go home and love your family. And that just really resonates with me, because I think if we want to change the world, we have to start in the home, because every single person, the big powerful businessmen at the top of companies, the big powerful women that are striving and being self-employed, whoever it is, they have all started and begun within their home with their parents, in whatever capacity that is. And it just really resonates with me that if we want to change the mental health, if we want to change society's rules and regulations and that type of thing, then all of this has to begin within the home. So if you want to change the world, go home and love your family, because that's what's going to make the ultimate difference at the end of your life. That's who's going to remember the changes that you've made. So the next thing I want to cover in this training is flexibility of the role. So with this role, you will be able to work the hours that you can or that you desire to work. So because you get paid per hour, with most of the choices we have on offer for your training, you get paid per hour. So that means you can determine the hours of work that you want to do. So if you only want to work 14 hours a week, if you want to work 30 hours a week, if you want to even work just a couple of hours a week, it's entirely up to you, because that's part of the job role, that it's so flexible. And leading on to my other point is work is always available 24/7. So for instance, if you did our postnatal practitioner training, it means that you could support a family overnight with sleep training or sleep, support. That would be during the night. It might be that you might want to do a few hours on a morning. Maybe it's helping a mum on a morning, just get herself a little routine if she's got maybe a couple of children. And yeah, so this role, there is work available 24/7 if you want it, if you feel like you need to be working unusual hours because of your own family situation. So the other thing to bear in mind is you can take time off in holidays to be with your family. Okay, being self-employed, it's unpaid, but it just means you have the flexibility to work the hours that you want, and that you can take holidays whenever you feel like you want to or need to. Or maybe it's work around your partner's schedule if they have, let's say, a factory fortnight off work and they have 2 weeks off. If everyone knows what a factory fortnight is, it's quite an old term to use now, isn't it? But then you would have the flexibility to take that time off the same time as your partner, so you can have some nice holidays together. You're not tied down by your own work schedule. And the other thing is, with this job role, you can grow and change your business so that you can support families in many different ways. It can be in person, it can be online, on Zoom these days. If people are wanting to chat to someone, offer support, or want some encouragement, or whatever it is, there is options available now where you could have your business online, where it supports people right around the world. So that's the main key point of flexibility. So when you feel you can't move forward, this is one of my other favourite quotes, and it is, the answer's not out there, it's within you. So often your gut instinct is telling you what the answer is. It's that you're choosing not to listen, or you're choosing to tell yourself that you are wrong in the way that you are feeling. So I really love this, because the answer's not out there in the world floating around. It's within you. It's finding a way to let it come to the surface, allowing yourself to feel a certain way and make a decision. It's within you. And I take this into parenthood as well, so that if I feel like, something doesn't sit right with me, it's probably because my motherly instinct is telling me that something isn't quite right. So I always fall back to my natural human instincts and find the answer within myself, not seek it out in the world, if that makes sense. So yeah, just want you to think on this for a few seconds. Okay, so how to earn good money with this job. So the pay, like I've mentioned before, is paid per hour. So you are your own boss, so you will set the price. So that will depend on the area that you're in, the competition that you have potentially in your area, and what exactly the services that you're offering. and ultimately how much you actually want to make per hour. What is worth your time leaving your children? What is worth your time getting out of bed? What is worth your time? Full stop. You choose the price that you want to charge. So, for instance, just to give you an example, so our postnatal carers roughly charge between 10 and 30 either pounds, dollars, whatever your currency is, per hour. And if you were a baby massage instructor, so that's roughly 6 families at £10 or dollars an hour, so that's £60 or dollars in total. And then if you were a massage therapist, it would be 30 to 40 pounds or dollars an hour, because obviously massage is seen as a slightly higher pay, I guess, because it's a physical activity. So yeah, this is just to give you an idea of prices. So this is to give you enough idea of what you can charge, but you're not limited to this. As I say, it's the area that you live in, what your competition is, how unique you are, just factors that can influence. Obviously, if you've got outgoings, if you're hiring a venue or something to host, let's say, your massage treatments or your baby massage classes, that would be taken into consideration. But yeah. And what I just want to mention here is you could actually create package prices if you provide different offerings. So say you might be a postnatal care practitioner, but you also teach baby massage. You could put a package together that would then maybe slightly increase your per hour amount because you're maybe going to their house and doing a few different activities. For instance, if you go to their house and you were doing a massage treatment, then maybe you want £30 for that hour. If you were then doing some postnatal care services, you might say to them, oh, well, I'll not charge the full amount because I'm not doing physical activity. I'm just doing a bit of washing up, and I might just charge you, £15 for the hour. So yeah, you can put some little packages together to make it easier for the customer to understand. And yeah, I'm just going to mention here that we'll have more money chat in it. I'll drop the link below, and that'll be a link to our money course to explain how you could really make money from a baby-led business. So another little quote for you is just remember your value doesn't decrease based on someone's inability to see your worth, so you can charge what you feel you are worth. If someone says you're expensive or they can't afford it, they wouldn't say that to Chanel, Louis Vuitton. They would either afford it because they could afford it, or they wouldn't pay for it if they can't afford it. So don't base your value on what people are prepared to pay. You are entitled, I'm giving you permission, although you should get it from your own permission, that you can charge whatever it is that you want to charge. It shouldn't change based on what other people say. Now, don't get me wrong, if you want to offer a discount to people, maybe who are on lower incomes or, anything along those lines, that is entirely your choice. What I'm trying to say here is you choose how much you would want to charge people, and that is entirely up to you. You don't need to explain yourself. So, being self-employed is obviously a biggie. It's a question I get asked quite a lot from some of our learners because they've not been self-employed before. This is something we can actually help you with, but the great things about being self-employed, I just want to mention here, is the ability to make more money with no caps on income. So if you've been used to having a set wage every month, that is all you can earn. Yes, there might be a bit of overtime, whatever. We're not going to go down that road today. But with self-employed, it's just the ability is endless. You can make money from so many different streams with this type of work that the possibilities are endless. Your income is not capped. So, like I've mentioned here, yes, there might be a lot of work, but the payout is huge. So, when you think about if you were on minimum wage within the UK, I'm just guessing at the minute, it's roughly about £8.50, £9. And if you think you could be charging a lot more than that per hour and set your own bar, then you're automatically earning a lot more. And the more customers you get, the more hours you want to work, you're going to get a lot more money. It's not capped. And another good thing, obviously, is that you are in control of your own life. So you set the score, you decide what hours you want to work, you decide how much you want to get paid for those hours, and you are completely in control of your own life and finances. And like I just mentioned before, we can help you set up your business. This is coming very soon. We're going to have a business membership to help you grow and thrive and nurture your business. So, the universe has answered you. So, if you are looking for a sign then this is your sign to take action, because I'm presuming if you're already on this workshop, that is something that you are considering, like you really are looking to start a baby business, but you're hopefully learn a little bit more now about how to actually get going with it. So yes, just want to point this out. If you're into the universe and manifesting like I am, I just want to mention, if you're looking for a sign, this is it. Okay, so I want to address here some worries that I get asked quite a lot. It makes sense. I totally understand why people would have doubts and worries about taking the first step into this career. So here I would like to address some of those worries. So one of the first ones is time to study. So I guess because we're so busy, it's hard. We worry about finding time to study. But the great thing with our courses are they're all online. They can be accessed 24/7. And not only that, we have different ways of learning. So we have videos that you can either watch or listen along to. If you're physically busy, you could have the video playing in the background and be listening. We have printouts to help you speed up the learning. So you could be reading those when you have a minute to yourself, or before you go to bed, you could be sitting reading those. We're trying to make learning as easy and accessible as humanly possible. And with our online platform, it saves the spot of where you've started, so you're not coming back to start a fresh page again. It keeps a score of where you're up to, which lesson you're up to, so you can easily log back in and do a few more lessons. And I would just say at this point, you don't need to do a full module in one day. You can just read a lesson and finish there. One lesson a day, you will get through the course eventually. Don't put yourself under too much stress. So the question I often get asked is there a need for this service? And this one just utterly makes me laugh because there was 400,000 babies born in the UK last year, and there was 3.6 million babies born in the USA in 2020, and this is actually down from the year before because of obviously the pandemic. So yeah, quite a lot of babies. So if you then think 1 in 7 mums is struggling with postnatal depression, and these are the mums that are coming forward and getting help for postnatal depression, it's up to 80% of mums have low mood and feel like they're struggling. So yes, they need support and help. And there is now 1 in 5 pregnancies are multiple births. So again, this is practical hands-on help that is needed to support these families. So I've got loads of these statistics, but these are just some of the ones that I like to use, because these are the time and time again, these are the parents that I see. It's usually because they're struggling with their own mental health, or they're struggling physically because they've got multiple children, which makes sense. So the next one is, where would I practice? So this type of work is classed as low risk, so it can be done on the job. So for instance, if you were a postnatal practitioner and you did our first module that was on, let's say, sleep, you could then start working with a family as a sleep supporter and get straight into work, no problem. And obviously, as you're working your way through the modules, you can add in those extra things. So then let's say, for instance, if you were a boob massage instructor, you could straight away set up some classes. You wouldn't be allowed to charge for the service until you were qualified, but there's nothing to stop you actually running the classes. Obviously, being honest with the mums that you are learning, and obviously you'll be asked for them for feedback sheets to obviously put into your folder as part of your learning. But what I'm trying to say is that basically you're practicing while on the job, and that's just how it is. The best way of getting the qualification is the experience, so you are fine to do that. And lastly, obviously this is another one that I get asked constantly, is about the money. Can they afford it? Is it worth the investment? So first of all, I like to tell people it's an investment in yourself. So a lot of our courses are in the hundreds, not thousands. So literally within a week you could earn your money back. So it's low risk in that way. But we do strive to keep our prices competitive, as our goal is to support as many families as we can in the world. So if this is a barrier for entry, then please do speak to us, because it's something we could potentially help you with. But I like to tell people that it is investment in yourself. So, like I say, you could pay it back within a week, no problem. So, yeah, we also do offer payment plans. So, this is an option if you do want to spread the cost, but we do try and keep our prices on the more competitive side anyway. So, I just would like you to take this moment to think, if this is not for you right now, then when? Because your time is how you want it to be. So if you're feeling like it's not for you right now, the chances are you're going to feel like that forever, that the time is just never right for you to make that leap. So sometimes we have to make the leap, make the commitment, decide, tell the universe this is what we want to do, and then the rest slowly and surely falls into place. So yeah, if this feels like it's not for you, then that's okay. You can go away. If it never crosses your mind ever again, it wasn't meant to be, and we are totally, accept that. If it is that you go away and it's still on your mind and it's still niggling away in the back of your head, then the chances are it's your brain and your gut trying to tell you that this is the right decision to make, and that's when you should be taking action. So I just want to pop that here, just as a little thought for you to think on. So on that note, I just want to make this really, really super easy for you to make the decision and the investment in yourself. So at this point, I'd like to offer you 50% off any course to get you started on the road to great things. So this is a one-off course. You'll get the full 50% off, so that is half price. This offer will not be available forever. This is because I want to give you the opportunity to grab it with both hands and really start getting going with your business and starting to make some money. And then that's when you could potentially look at investing more money in yourself. But at this point, we don't need to go into that. Today, I would just really love you to take that first step, to be confident, to be bold, to be strong, and just make the first step. So to make that really easy for you, I'm giving you 50% off any course. The code will be on the video section below. And yeah, I'll look forward to seeing you within our group on the other side. So if it is that you have other questions, please do get in touch. So we have a free Facebook group that's called Magical Mums Connection Community, where you can ask any questions that you have in there. And obviously our other members within the group can talk to you in there. Also, you can drop me an email, so it's clairemarie at the babycareacademy.com, where I can reply to you and answer any questions that you have. Or if you feel like you just want to have a really good search around and have a little great look at all the courses that we offer you, then you can check out our website, thebabycareacademy.com, and all of our courses that we offer, all our trainings, everything, all the information that you would need is on there for you to have a good browse of. Also, for more information, or if you feel like you just want to get us to know us more as a company, we have Facebook, YouTube, where you can get lots of tips and workshops on there, and we also have Instagram. So yeah, I hope this has helped you make the first step into your baby-led business. And like I say, if you have any questions, please reach out and I will be able to answer them for you. I'm not a robot, I'm a real person, and I am here to help you every step of the way.